Hello everybody, I'm nastymold, and something pretty exciting happened. I was about to go to bed, but I am back up. We have a brand new trailer for the Sky animation teaser we saw quite a while ago now. This was posted by IGN, and it's called Sky, the Two Embers, which is a very cool title name. That just seems really interesting. So really quickly, we are going to go through the video, and then I'm going to just pause and look at some frames where we examine what exactly is going on, because it does seem pretty interesting. I'm super excited to see this. It looks neat. Let's watch the trailer. So that is the trailer, and we can see quite a few familiar places. You can see some of the Golden Wasteland, and some new places too, which are pretty interesting. Let's take a closer look at them. So in the very first scene, you can see quite clearly that this is meant to be the Golden Wasteland right before the temple. It's raining here for some reason, and instead of the wasteland being this weird, creepy green, it's an almost creepier reddish color. And it's storming, which is very, very bizarre. Behind the temple, you can see the Eye of Eden. And of course, we can see the character, which is the long-haired Sky Kid here, just walking up to the temple. Pretty interesting. In the next scene, we can see a short-haired Sky Kid hugging what seems to be their mother. I guess we don't really know until we actually watch the series. And their arm is corrupted. It looks like they're turning into some sort of stone, similar to the stone statues that we would find in the Eye of Eden. Now, one thing that's interesting about this character is we've already seen them in the previous animation trailer. So it looks like this is the same Sky Kid that was traveling with the troupe of Sky characters we saw in the first animation trailer, and unfortunately it looks like that might be the exact same parent that was holding them that is now corrupted. So I think that this series is going to really delve into what happened to all of these Sky characters, why they're getting corrupted, and I think that this is going to be very, very interesting for the lore lovers of Sky. Now we have our first brightly lit scene next, where we have this long-haired Sky Kid once again, carrying this manatee plush, which, adorable, I would recognize that little smile anywhere. If I'm being honest, for some reason I think that this is not two different Sky Kids, but I think it is the same Sky Kid, and we're seeing them maybe come back, kind of like how we came back, and they're retracing their steps and exploring. Now, I could definitely be wrong. It could be about two Sky Kids. It is called the Two Embers, but we've never seen them in the same scene so far, and I feel like if this was about, two spirits' friendship and their exploration through the realms together, they would show at least a little clip about that. So I think it's kind of a story about the past and the future. Again, this is just a theory. It could be totally wrong, and I guess we'll really have to see when this story comes out next year. The next scene is at the shipwreck. They're hopping around the stones that I usually try and avoid because they are filled with crabs. Another pretty interesting scene because you can see it's very brightly lit here. It doesn't seem to be dark water in any way. It's very blue and refreshing, and there's no crabs. It's very strange. I do hope that we get into some detail about how these areas went from this to the corrupt and dark and creepy areas that we know. It's really, really bizarre to see the Golden Wasteland look so different from what it is today. It's a very iconic realm in Sky, and seeing it as anything other than somewhere that houses the darkest little critters is really weird. And you know what? I just realized that Manatee is following them there, so never mind. It is not a plushie. It's an actual manatee. I think it was a baby in the previous scene in the forest, I guess, where the leaves were. And here it seems to be just as big as the Sky Kid, so that's pretty cool. Maybe this is the second Ember. Who knows? The manatee and the kid? I don't know. I'm just saying whatever comes to my head right now. I'm very sleepy. The next scene is once again a little bit creepy. You see some Sky Kids huddled in the window of their home, and on this log outside their home there's a crab scurrying about. And it does look like it's watching them, so creepy. I don't know if you remember from the first trailer we had, there were some crabs that had red eyes, and it was definitely spooky. The next few scenes happen extremely fast. We don't get a very good glimpse at them. There's some sort of a monk-looking character waving at these Sky Kids down here. They all have the same haircut, so I have to kind of wonder if there may be some sort of like refugee or orphan, or if they're taken in. I really can't take too much out of this image itself, but it looks like there's a few kids in this picture. We then get like a half-second view of this bizarre temple. I'm not really sure what it could be, but given by the cloud shape and everything, could this be the Eye of Eden in some way? This is something for the lore heads to answer for me, because I'm not super familiar with Sky's lore. I mostly just play the game and make guides, you know? But just by the shape of the clouds, it's really giving Eye of Eden to me, and the color of it is pretty similar to the last few clips we've seen of the Eye of Eden in the background. Very strange. Maybe it's the castle in the sky before it breaks. I'm not sure. In the next clip, we see a krill flying above a bunch of wasteland warriors, so I think we are about to see a war break out between the people of Sky and the dark creatures, which I can't wait to watch. I want to learn more about it. It's going to be so interesting. Anyways, it does look very scary. That red glow is pretty threatening. The next clip, we see someone controlling the light, and it does kind of remind me of the monk-like character from before. They also have the same weird red sash around their shoulders. I forget what the name of that type of like garment is. But yeah, you can see there's also some kids here. In fact, a lot. You can see some in the foreground as well. These do look like a bunch of Sky Kids that are kind of taking refuge somewhere to me. I could definitely be wrong, but it feels like they're probably holed up somewhere learning how to control light? I don't know. And really, that's pretty much it for this trailer. We don't have a whole lot to go off of. It just seems interesting. I don't know. I'm going off of all we can see in the pictures, and the story really could go any way. I'm excited to see which way it does go, and I'm excited to eventually watch it in the future. Yeah, this is probably the least educated lore video you will ever watch. Thank you all for joining. If you have any lore you might want me to know, just leave it in the comments below. I'm going to read it when I wake up because I'm too sleepy to focus on this right now. I just thought it'd be interesting to share all of these clips of what is going on in that trailer. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this helpful. You probably didn't. And hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.